Hey everyone, it's Amanda with Sweet Pieces. I am coming to you live today from my house. I'm actually in my living room slash foyer slash my whole entire living space. It's a very small house. But I love this house. It's a really cute little house. It was built in 1929 and we basically ripped this thing down to the studs when we bought it and completely rebuilt it. So it certainly works for us. It's got really good sized bedrooms and good sized closets, which is kind of crazy for a house that was built in 1929. And it's got like a whole big basement and all that stuff. Anyway, I did a house tour the other day for you guys. And if you didn't get a chance to catch that, definitely jump on to our YouTube channel and you could see it. We did post it up on there. And just so you know, my dog's very excited. Chad, oh, you're very excited today. We've been doing some videos on my basement. We've been working in the basement a lot, and it's been a lot of fun because I'm getting a lot of projects done. Hi Jill, hi Mom. Who else is watching? Let's see. That's it. That's all I know. So anyway, I'm so excited that you guys are here with me today. I'm doing a, Lou's excited. He's very excited. So I'm really excited because we're going to be painting fabric today. So we get questions, so many questions about painting fabric. How do you paint fabric? So it's actually a very simple process. And what I'm going to be painting today is this darling French chair. It's absolutely adorable, isn't it? And if you guys didn't check out our episode on the Design Network of Paint Everything, definitely jump onto the Design Network, look up Paint Everything, and then fabric painting a chair. We did this. So here's a quick little background story. I took the second chair home with me because they wanted me to paint it to match the other one. However, when I got it home, I realized I really need to have the first chair in order to be able to match it because it was actually a custom mix that we did. So I reached out a couple of times to the producer and I didn't hear back from him. So I'm painting it. Design Network, I hope you're out there. I hope you're here, you're listening. I want to get this chair back to you guys. I don't know where its mate ever ended up, but I would love for you guys to come and rescue this. So I'm going to do my very, very best to get this to match. I do kind of remember the ratio that we use, so we're gonna do our best here. So here are the supplies that you need to be able to paint fabric. Okay, you need a spray bottle. And this is just water. This is my favorite way of doing this. You need a really good natural bristle brush, something that's dense and has lots of hairs in it. You need fantastic Jolie paint, preferably. So I'm gonna be using a mixture of linen. Okay, let me show you the can here. Show you this gorgeous, ooh, good thing I didn't spill that, good thing. And then I'm also gonna use Palace White is another color. So I'm mixing the linen and the Palace White together. And you're also, at the end, you're going to need finishing wax. So this is the clear. You never want to use colored waxes on fabric because it could eventually stain and wear off on someone's tushka. So just make sure that you're just using the clear wax. And then a handy dandy Jolie wax brush is really, really good to have on hand as well. So I'm going to be mixing colors. So I also have a container. So this one, I forgot to grab one at the store, but the ones that we carry in the store actually have all measurements on them, which is really good. They're called mix and measure containers, available on our website, or you can just use, any old container that you have laying around the house. What I like about the mix and measure ones is that they do have the measurements on them. So if you're actually being precise, which you should be, then you'll get really good precise measurements whenever you're doing mixes. Okay, so what you want to do is, what I would recommend, and then you're also going to need a shop towel, and I'll talk to you guys a little bit about this later on. So what you want to do is you do want to make sure that you vacuum the fabric, and I'm just realizing that I did not not vacuum the fabric? So I'm gonna do that really quick, and I'm gonna just plug one of my favorite products once again, which is the Dyson vacuum. I receive absolutely nothing from Dyson, but it is an amazing vacuum, so I highly recommend it. So I used to use a canister vacuum, and I mean, there's just nothing like this little cordless guy now, and I just so happen to have my crevice tool on here, so I'm just gonna vacuum. Okay. All right, so after you're done vacuuming, then you're gonna go ahead and spray. And let me just quickly talk to you about, before I get started, let me just talk to you about the types of fabric that you're going to want to paint. Hi Pam, hi Jill, how you guys doing? We had a little, hi Uncle Brian. Is that Uncle Brian or cousin? I can't tell from the photos. So we had a little conference call yesterday with my amazing team at Sweet Pieces, who some of them are currently home and some of us are working. So it was really nice to see everybody. It was, we had a nice, fun little brainstorming session. Anyway, let's talk about what types of fabric that you are going to paint. So what we have found, the best fabrics to paint are fabrics that are like a natural fiber. So think linens and silks and cottons. Those are really, really good to paint. I've actually done quite a few pieces that are silk. Those come out really, really beautiful. And when you're painting fabric, you want to think of it more like you're dyeing the fabric. You're not painting a coat of paint on the fabric. You're more dyeing the fibers, which is why you need that water, okay? Now, you can also dye fabric, so that is a video for another day, but when you're actually trying to paint fabric that is tight on an actual piece and not like a loose cushion, painting it is really the best option. And people always say, doesn't it crack? Doesn't it, peel off? So if it's done properly, which the proper way is how I'm going to show you, then no, you won't get cracking or peeling. However, there are some fabrics like velvet that take the paint a little bit differently than other fabrics because of the nap in the fabric. So velvet, because it has a nap which lays in all different directions, it's really good to understand that if you paint velvet, it is probably going to crack. It looks really cool though. I hope if we happen to have a photo, Julie, of the painted velvet, maybe you could post it in the comments. But it looks really cool, but it's great for occasional pieces, something that's in the corner. I mean, I've seen a lot of vintage velvet pieces that the velvet just isn't the right color, but it's just like a little occasional chair or a side chair. To paint it, to make it all crackly and worn would look really, really cool. So people ask us, oh, can I paint my sofa? So you can. Would I paint my sofa that my dog jumps on and my kid jumps on? Probably not. Would it hold up? Yeah, it would probably hold up, but I more so recommend painting fabric for pieces that are like occasional pieces. A bench, a stool, a little side chair. I mean, we've even had clients that have done like recliners and wing chairs. Actually, Victoria, one of our peeps, did 2 flame stitch settees and they came out amazing. But they're more occasional pieces that don't get used very, very often. So we'll throw up those pictures in the comments if we have them. If not, we'll be posting them in the coming days as well. So anyway, you want to just focus on those natural fabrics. And then what you also want to keep in mind is that if you have any kind of like raised detail on your fabric, that is going to show through the painting. Because again, it's like you're dyeing it. You're basically changing the color of this fabric. So this is a really pretty fabric. It's like a peachy color, but when we did this piece on the Design Network, We did it in for a really sweet girl named Lauren, and we did it in like a gray. So she wanted this whole thing to feel a little bit more modern and more up to date, more like Restoration Hardware. So we did the whole thing in gray. We did the frame slightly darker gray, and then we accented these beautiful nail heads in gilding wax, in a gold gilding wax. So it came out gorgeous. So if you did not see that episode, you got to jump on the Design Network and check it out for sure. Okay, so I'm gonna get started. So the first thing I need to do is I need to mix my paint. So I'm gonna tilt this down so you guys can really see this. Okay, so how much of this am I gonna mix? I don't really know. I'm just gonna go for it. So I did stir. You always want to make sure that you're stirring your paint before you get started. That's always very, very important. And with the Jolie paint, you can shake it, you can stir it. With the General Finishes paint, you don't want to shake it. You only want to stir it. Okay, so I'm gonna pour in some linen. I don't really know how much, just a bit. And actually, I'm just trying to think. Yeah, I think this is good. And then I'm going to pour some of my Palace White. And I'm actually going to do like a bit more of the Palace White because I do remember this being kind of sort of light in color. Okay, and now I'm going to mix. So can you guys see that? I love linen. Linen is probably, it's probably my favorite color in the line. One of my favorites since we debuted the new Jolie matte finish paint. They did launch some new colors. So like Swedish Gray, which is probably like a shade of this linen color, is really, really gorgeous as well. I love Legacy. I love Hibiscus. I mean, I really do love them all. They're all very, very gorgeous. Okay, so I'm gonna gauge that this is about correct, and Design Network, I hope it's correct for your sake, because we got that mate that we have to get this back to, and hopefully it's right. Okay, so now I am going to get my spray bottle. Let's tilt you guys back up here so you can see. Okay. Oh, by the way, did you guys see my rug, my vintage vinyl rug? So I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about this in a little bit as well. But this rug is amazing. It's vinyl. It's actually vinyl. So it's like a linoleum rug. And they come in a gazillion different patterns. My daughter plays on this with Play-Doh. It is so awesome. I absolutely love it. And I can vacuum it and I can wipe it. I can scrub it. I mean, it's awesome, awesome, awesome. So they are available at the shop, but they're only special order. So you can we can also send you photos if you want to see the actual product. Okay, and I actually just got in a bunch of sample books, so I'll show those to you guys in just a minute. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my spray bottle and I'm gonna spray my fabric. Now, I'm kind of wetting this. I'm really getting this kind of wet. And I kind of do this in sections. Now I'm going to dip my brush into the paint. Okay? And with, when you're painting fabric, you do tend to use quite a bit of paint. So just kind of keep that in mind. So now I'm going to rub this onto the surface. And let me pull you guys in a little bit closer so you can really see this. So I'm really just gonna spread that paint out onto the piece. I'm gonna dip some more paint here. And I continue to use my spray bottle to kind of spread this. So in general, I usually do about 2 coats of paint on fabric because again, I don't want to just coat the fabric in paint. I want it to soak in to all of the fibers and more so dye it. So you can see how I'm really spreading this out. And after your first coat is dry, sometimes you'll see, like, it'll be see-through. So you'll see that original fabric color through the paint, which is okay, because your second coat will really cover it. And that's the key. Really getting the fabric wet and letting the paint absorb in is key to not getting like a crackly, peeling paint kind of a finish, because I've done that too. So really use that water to spread it out. Now, one thing I will say is that painting fabric tends to take more paint. So like this chair, I would say probably is going to take like half of a quart, if not more. Whereas normally, you know, you could get 2 to 3 big pieces out of 1 quart of paint. So the fact that you're really spreading it out, that kind of, it kind of uses up a little bit more paint. So see how that went on really thickly? I'm going to work at this to make sure that it really gets spread out, because I don't want it to be, I'm not just trying to paint the fabric. I'm also in like this detail here. It's kind of like a chenille type of a fabric. So I'm kind of working my brush all around to get it into all the grooves and crevices. And basically, I'm just going to keep going. So this takes a little bit of time to dry. You know, it's fabric, you're soaking it down, so it is going to take a little bit of time. You know, a few hours probably to dry. You could even throw a fan on this to make it so that it dries a little bit quicker. But once it's dry, then you can go ahead and put your next coat on. And the way you're going to do that is exactly the same as I'm doing this first coat. So you're basically going to re-wet it. You're going to dip your brush into the paint and you're going to spread it out just like this. I mean, how cool of a transformation is that? And it seriously takes like no time, which is awesome. So let's see, do we have any? Hi, Regina. That's Jeannie. All right. So after you do your second coat of paint, and you feel like the coverage is good, then you're gonna wanna go ahead and seal your finish. And the way that you're gonna do that is with the finishing wax. And the first thing that you wanna do, which I'm not gonna be able to show you on camera today because this won't be dry in time. I could definitely come back another day and show you though. Maybe we'll do that video sometime next week. But basically you want to take a piece of sandpaper. So I like to use 220 grit, and you would lightly sand the whole piece. So this chair would probably take me about 20 seconds to sand. You don't want to do it a long time. Just a little bit of time to kind of soften up the paint is basically what you're trying to do. And then you're going to wipe it down with a wet rag to get any of the dust off, and then you're going to go ahead and seal it with wax. So I will absolutely come back next week and show you how to do that on this particular piece. But if you need to know how to do that right this very minute because you're about to paint something that's fabric, you can jump on our YouTube channel, and we have 2 videos. We have a video on this particular technique, actually painting the fabric, and then we also have a video on waxing the fabric. So you can watch both of those videos. And you could also go to the Design Network, find the Paint Anything series, and watch our episode where we painted this other chair. So I think we have a couple of questions. So let me just squeeze in here and take a look. So Kathleen missed the beginning. So paint is full strength, but I sprayed my actual chair. So that's just gotta spray down your actual chair. Okay. So I'm just gonna keep going here for just a quick minute, and let me talk to you guys a little bit about some things that are going on in the Sweet Pieces world. So I just, first of all, want to say thank you so much to all of our fans and our friends and our family and our customers who have been supporting us through this whole crazy coronavirus thing, which is, it just still blows my mind every single day. I feel like we're in a movie or something. It's like, it's really kind of crazy. So we are very, very thankful. And the way that we are operating currently is we have one wonderful gentleman, John, who is at the shop. He is filling all of your curbside and website orders at the shop. Myself and Julie are working from home to answer clients and put out new content for you guys to stay inspired. We're also doing virtual consultations. So if you need help in figuring out what project to do or how to do your project, we're here to help you. So you can go right to the website and click on the Sweet Pieces virtual consultation link, and that will take you to a page where you fill in all your information. You can upload some photos for us, and then we will walk you through the process and tell you exactly what you need. You can place the order right on our website and then either pick it up at the shop, contactless pickup, or we can ship it to you. We're doing free shipping for orders that are $50 or more. And so I've kind of been racking my brain with what can we do to help? What can we do as Sweet Pieces? And we're still brainstorming ideas, but here's one thing that we're gonna do starting today. We are gonna donate $5 from every can of paint that we sell to some sort of worthy cause. And I have to tell you, I am struggling to pick a cause. So can you guys help me out? Can you shoot us a message or post us a comment on, I don't know, some sort of a charity or organization that needs help? I would love to help in any possible way that we can. We're also going to donate 10% of every home decor sale that we have right now. So we have a lot of home decor items up on our website. We have faux florals and ceramics and, you know, all kinds of goodies. So if you just jump on the website, you can take a look. We've also done, we have an Instagram page as well. So we're always posting things there. So 10% of any of your home decor purchases are going to go towards this charity, which I have to figure out, so you guys need to help me. And then $5 of every can of paint that we sell. So that's Jolie paint, and that's also General Finishes paints. So please pass it along. If you're ready to do a paint project, this is a great time because I want to help. I want to help people. I want to help you guys to get your projects done, and I want to help people that are out on the front line. So if you know of any worthy causes or organizations, please shoot those our way. Obviously, we want to do something that's going to help with this pandemic that we're dealing with. So I think we have a couple more questions. Let me take a look. So what paint am I using? So I am using Jolie paint, okay? So this particular color is linen, and then I also mix that with Palace White from the Jolie line as well. So this is really the only paint that we would recommend for painting fabric. We wouldn't recommend using the General Finishes paint. We would only recommend using the Jolie paint. So, because the Jolie paint is very porous and it absorbs, whereas the General Finishes paint is more of like a coating on top. That's more of that modern type of a finish. So that's the paint. And Marlene asked, would I paint the fabric dining room chairs that are black silk and slightly faded? I absolutely would. That's a great project to do. So if you have dining chairs that are feeling a little bit tired and they need a little bit of an update, that would be a great project to do for sure. And then somebody else asked, oh, that was it. Hi, Kim. So Kelly's asking, how do you prevent it from getting stiff? So if you're following these steps and you're really wetting down the fabric, and you guys can see how much I'm wetting this down, and you really let that paint get absorbed into the fabric. So I'm painting it, right? And then I'm taking my spray bottle and I'm spraying it even more and like really spreading it out. So this first coat, it does kind of look a little bit see-through in some areas, and that's okay because my second coat is going to cover it, and this is how I'm going to keep the fabric from getting stiff. The other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly sand the fabric after I'm done painting it. The two coats, you don't have to sand it in between. After I'm done painting, I'm going to sand it and then wipe it, and then I'm going to wax it, and that's also going to help to keep it not stiff. Okay. So let's see. Claudia, she did 2 curbside pickups and 1 virtual. Couldn't ask for better help. Such good advice and quick responses. Thank you so much, Claudia. That's so sweet of you to say. We're here to help. That's been our mission since day one of when I opened up the store. Was I wanted to be a place where people could come and really get full service advice, on everything that they needed to do for their project. I remember before I had the store, when I would want to do a project, I would have to go to a million different sources to try to figure out what I needed to do. I needed to go to different stores to get different products. Everybody had different advice. So for us, we've really made it our mission to figure out the best products for you, first of all. Make the mistakes so you don't have to make them first, and we've made plenty of them. And also, just give you like solid advice on your projects. So that's really been, that has been our goal, pretty much. Okay, so Michelle is asking, what about a microfiber shade? So you can do microfiber. Absolutely. Microfiber is one of those fabrics you could do. Now, microfiber does have a nap. So it might kind of crackle the way that velvet does, depending on how thinly you put the fabric, the paint on. So I would test it in an area. Here's the other thing. You want to do this, the best types of upholstery to do this on is something that's tight. So see how this is a tight back, like I can't take the cushion off? And the same thing with the seat. The seat is tight as well. There's no extra cushion on the seat. So those are the best types of pieces where they have a tight seat and a tight back. If you have a loose cushion, it is possible to do it, but the problem is that because there's, so much foam in between the fabric, sometimes the paint absorbs in there, and we've actually had issues where they continue to kind of bleed after after they've been done for a long time. So we kind of try to shy away from things that have cushions on them, and we more so like to stick to things that have like a tight back and a tight seat. Okay, let's see. I have a couple of other questions here. Let's see. We talked about that. Oh, what do you want to do if we want to paint the trim? So I would just paint the trim. And actually, I'm going to paint the trim on this piece. So I'll quickly show you that. So for that particular part, I'm not going to wet the piece down. I'm just going to paint. So if you jump over to the Design Network and search for this series, Paint Anything, you will find our episode, and you will see that this is exactly what we did on there. And I think, I went with the same color that's on the fabric. And then what I did was I did a wash over the top of it of the solid linen color. So just to kind of give it a little bit of depth and dimension. And I just easily, carefully did that so that I wasn't, getting it on the fabric. So you can see here, like I got a little bit of solid paint on that fabric there. So what I would do is I would just take my spray bottle and spritz and just spread that out. Just so that, it doesn't get stiff. So basically, that's it. You can absolutely use the same paint to do your trim that you did for your fabric. Or you could use a different color. If you wanted to do it in a contrasting color, you would just need to make sure that you don't get it on the fabric, basically. Now, I took the easy way out and I just did it the same color. But we've also done it where we've done different colors. So you can absolutely do it. It just takes a little bit more work. I always say that I'm a lazy DIYer. I like to get things done really, really fast. So I like the whole monochromatic look if it means that I can get it done quicker. Okay, so Lou asked, do I spray for the second coat of paint? So I never ever spray if I'm painting fabric. So it's important that you're getting that paint absorbed into the fabric. You don't want to do it like you're doing a coat of paint on top of it. So I would not recommend using a sprayer for fabric. But I do recommend using a sprayer for other things because it is amazing. I'm going to show you guys a project that I just worked on and it's just mind-blowing, totally mind-blowing. Okay. And you just want to make sure that you're spraying the fabric as well with the water before you're painting it on, obviously, which is another reason why I wouldn't use that sprayer, because you can't really work the paint into the fabric with a sprayer. Okay, so I think, okay. Would I spot clean any stains before painting? Dina is asking. So that's a really great question, actually. And 100%, if you're not lazy like me and want to get your project done really quickly, yes, absolutely go ahead and pre-clean your fabric. I will tell you that I've had several pieces that have had stains on them and I just painted over them and you don't see it. So it kind of just depends. Now, I always say, like, I always work better when I'm working for clients. So if I'm doing something for a client, it's always going to be done the correct way as opposed to how I do things in my own home. So, but we don't paint fabric for clients because it is, every piece of fabric is a little bit different. So you just never know how it's going to turn out. So again, this isn't something that I would do on my main sofa that cost me $12,000 and I just ordered it and now I don't like the color. I would not recommend that you paint that. I would recommend that you talk to your designer about that. But, if this is a piece that you picked up at an antique store or a thrift store and the fabric is in good condition, but you don't like the color or you don't like the pattern on it, this is a great way to easily change it, to just have it be presentable, basically. And, it's really good, like I said, for those occasional type pieces, a bench at the bottom of the bed, a side chair in a guest bedroom, an occasional chair in your living room that, it's not the couch, the chair that everyone lounges in and, lays all over and gets their potato chips on. That's not the types of pieces I would paint, more occasional style pieces. So Joy is asking, can you paint the trim on chairs or cording? Absolutely. So we've actually done it where we've painted the cording or the trim in a different color by using like little artist brushes. So it's a really great way to definitely give it even a little bit of contrast, which is really fun. And let's see here. And Claudia is asking, should we paint the trim before doing the fabric? No, I would say that you would definitely want to paint the fabric first because you're spraying it. So like as I'm spraying the fabric, even the trim is getting a little bit of water on it. So I wouldn't want that for my freshly painted trim, just in case it rubs any of it off or it changes the color of it. I would definitely do the fabric first, wait for it to dry, and then go ahead and do your trim after you've done however many coats of paint on your fabric that you need to get the coverage that you're looking for, which might take, at least a minimum of 2 coats for sure. All right, so how exciting is this? Who is gonna tackle a fabric project? I know we've had quite a few people asking about painting fabric, so I'm excited to see who's gonna take one on. All right, so some other things that I wanna talk to you about. Let's see here. So we talked about the $5 per can. So $5 for every can that gets ordered for the rest of April, at least, is going to get donated to some sort of special cause. And I need help from you guys to tell me which cause we should donate to. I was browsing around on the GoFundMe page, I know that there's some really great hospitals in our area that could probably use some help. So please tell me your favorite charities, and I would love to hear. But we will be setting aside $5 per can of paint for both Jolie and General Finishes, and then also 10% of any home decor that gets ordered for some sort of amazing, worthy charity that's in need. So home decor, let's talk about home decor. So vinyl rugs, let's talk a little bit about that. So Kathleen is asking, do I spray water on the second or subsequent coats? Yes, I absolutely do. I do it exactly the same way. So let's just take a peek here at this amazing vinyl rug. Okay, how gorgeous is this? I absolutely love this. I cannot lie. I absolutely love it. And just today, we got in some of the sample books that we're gonna have to show in the store when when we're able to be open again. So we have these giant books, and literally this comes in a million different patterns. It is just mind-blowing. And like, how cool is this? How cool are these? And they're like virtually indestructible. So if you have children or pets, this is a really great way to throw a beautiful pattern on your floor without having to worry about, you know, it getting dirty. You know, I know a lot of people have allergies and they worry about, you know, hairs and dust and everything getting into rugs. And this is just a really, really great way to have some fashion and not have to worry about all of that yucky stuff. So some gorgeous, gorgeous patterns. Really fun stuff. And they come in like every color imaginable. They also come in all kinds of different sizes. So like I have a 48-inch round on my floor. They also come in oval, they come in rectangle, they come in square, they come in, there's like a million different shapes. And they can also be cut custom. So if I had a client and she needed it cut like on an angle. So we were looking into those, so that you could do that as well. Like, look at this. So pretty, isn't it? Mind-blowing, I know. Are they slippery? What a great question, Christine. They are not. So you can see where I have this rug. It's like literally in the middle of my floor when you first walk into my house, and it doesn't move. I mean, it can move. Like if I drag it, it will move, but like if you walk on it, it doesn't slide. We also have it behind my behind the counter in Sweet Pieces, and people actually thought that it was a tile inlay because it really does look so very real. So I love the plaids. This is so fun, so preppy. These are great for like a patio or a porch. They're great for kitchens. I'm actually gonna do one downstairs in my laundry room right in front of my washing machine. So I'm really excited for that. But I mean, just so many really, really, really pretty patterns. It's just absolutely mind-blowing. So this I would consider home decor. So 10% of these babies will be donated to a special cause, and I'm hoping that you guys will help me out and give me some special causes to donate to. These are called Morris & Company. So Lou, these vary in price. They range from $30 to $1,000 depending on the size. And we're actually going to be getting up on the website some of these so that you guys can kind of see the different sizes and prices for sure. So, I mean, everything. They have geometrics, they have florals, they have all kinds of them. And so we have 3 of these sample books, and I think there's like 13 sample books in total. So when I tell you that there's so many different options, I am seriously not lying. I mean, how gorgeous is this? I just absolutely love it. So fun. So there's some stuff in here that's modern, some stuff that's contemporary, some stuff that's traditional. There really is something for every single style, which is what I love, because I know that our customers have so many different tastes, which is, I love it. It's what makes the world go around. So definitely keep an eye out on our website for these to go up but we do have these books in the store. If you need to look at samples of something, we can absolutely, because we're doing the curbside pickup, we can let you guys, I love this one. I love this one. This is so fun. I mean, can you tell my style? So if you guys do want to actually look at these and you can't wait until we are open again, we can absolutely give you guys the option to come into the back and take a peek at the samples, like contactless, and we'll make sure that they're washed and wiped down for you and disinfected before you do that. So if there is anything that you need, just reach out to us. We are like literally on call 24/7, and we're here to help you guys with whatever it is that you need. So definitely reach out. So let me talk to you about what our next videos are going to be. So Friday, I need a break tomorrow. I got to get some stuff prepared for you guys. So Friday, we're going to be doing a video on washing, waxing, and glazing. So what is the difference between those three things? What does that look like? Those three techniques, what do they look like? And why you would use each one of them on different projects. So that's going to be Friday at 2 o'clock. And then on Monday, I'm so excited for this. I have to show you guys. So I know, Christine, tell me about it. The pets and the children, they do take a toll on the home decor for sure. So I'm going to bring you guys down to my basement. On Monday, we are going to be doing a video on temp paper, okay? I'm warning you, it is a mess down here, okay? It's a mess. It's a mess. We have some exciting things going on. So I took pieces out of here and replaced that. Look at what a mess. Look at what a mess. Can you believe this? Look at that door. What a mess that door is. How ridiculous is that? So here's my china cabinet. I got my china cabinet down here. Don't ask me how I did it. I didn't do it. My husband did it and his brother. So here's my china cabinet. I sprayed this project. So let me show you some up close areas here. Smooth as a baby's bottom. Smooth as silk. And this cabinet is going to hold lots of craft supplies and other things, towels and whatnot. And here is the wallpaper that's going to go in the back. So it's pink and gold. And it's super, super easy to apply. So I am going to be showing you guys how to do that on Monday. So I'm waiting for my shipment. I'm patiently waiting for my shipment. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited to show you guys how to do it. So it's super easy. You can use the temp paper on pretty much anything. You can use it on in furniture. You can use it on walls. You can use it on stairs. And it's really fantastic. It comes in a gazillion different styles and colors. And we love it. So you can check out our website if you want to see some of the patterns. We also have a code, a special code that you can use on temppaper.com right now for 25% off. And we get credit for it. So we would so appreciate it if you guys are shopping with temp paper to use our code so that we do get credit. And Julie, if you could just post that code for everybody in the comments so that they can see it. You can check out what they have. So it's really easy to do the insides of your furniture, and I can't wait to show you guys how to do this on the inside of my china cabinet. So this space will be much more organized when you come and visit me on, I'm so embarrassed. Look at how ridiculous is this. When you guys come and visit me on Monday. So I can't wait to show you guys. And then on Tuesday, we're going to be talking to you guys, same thing, 2 o'clock, about how to make color choices. So this was an idea that came to us from Pam, one of our amazing team members, and I thought it was a great idea that, sometimes you guys come into the store or you call us or you email us and you say, how do I know what to paint and what not to paint in a space? If I paint something a color, what do I do with the rest of the furniture? Do I paint it the same color? Do I paint it a different color? So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about that on Tuesday. Or did I say Wednesday, Julie? I can't remember. And I don't have my paper in front of me. So we're basically going to be walking you through, guiding you through how to make those decisions. And ultimately, those decisions are really your decisions. You make those decisions, but we'll kind of guide you on what those choices mean if you decide to paint everything the same color or mix it or, you know, yada, yada, yada. So we have some exciting Tuesday. Okay. So we have some exciting new videos coming up for you guys. I can't wait to show you everything. And I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope it was helpful. For sure, painting fabric is one of the things that we get the most questions about. So I hopefully that was helpful for you guys. And again, don't forget, leave us a comment on what charity or organization to donate to, and we're going to be donating $5 of every single can of paint that you guys purchase, whether it's Jolie matte finish paint or General Finishes paint, and also 10% of all of our home decor purchases. So again, thank you so much, you guys, for hanging in there with us. Thank you for visiting us every day online. And it was Wednesday. Wednesday, we're doing the How to Choose Your Color series. So I just want to end with a couple of reminders. I actually got an email today about there's some free mental health stuff out there, like counseling sessions. And I just want to remind you guys that it's so important that we keep our heads on straight during this time, because we're being quarantined. Some of us are alone, and everything is so different. You know, people who have been going to work every day and aren't going to work every day, everything is so different. So I just want to encourage you to make sure that you are doing things to fill yourself up. You know, for me, I've talked about this. I enjoy being alone. So I'm okay that I'm not like with a lot of people, but I need my alone time in order to fill myself back up. So, you know, being with my husband, being with my daughter, being with my in-laws, because we've all been together during this whole thing. It's, you know, sometimes being, I need that little bit of alone time. So being able to work on these projects by myself and, you know, do things around the house, it fulfills me. It fills me back up. So make sure that you're doing something, that you have something to look forward to each and every day. You know, I've also talked about, you know, what do I look forward to? I enjoy coffee in the morning. So that's something that I really look forward to. I think about it in the afternoon. I think about it, okay, I'm going to have my coffee. I do yoga every morning. I need to get my body moving and stretching. So that is something that I like to do for myself. You know, I sometimes browse on Pinterest for hours, you know, just looking around at all the different things that are out there. So making sure that you're filling yourself up, and make sure you're listening to good things, because if you sit and listen to the news for hours and hours, it will make you crazy. I did it like the first 4 or 5 days of this whole thing, and it drove me bonkers. I thought I was going to lose my mind. And shower, okay? Shower, take a shower, get dressed, do your hair, put your makeup on. It really does bring a sense of normalcy to everything. So for sure, that is a really, really good tip. And, you know, listen to good things. I love K-Love. You guys know I love my K-Love 95.5. So turn it on, listen to it. I listen to Joel a lot. I listen to podcasts. I listened to Marie Forleo yesterday, her podcast. I don't know if you guys know her, but she's fantastic. So there's so many good things out there to listen to. Use this time to do something good for yourself. You know, learn something new, tackle something that you've always wanted to do and you didn't have time to do. So, you know, I'm trying to find the silver lining in all of this, because if I listen to the news and see how terrible things that are out there, it can really make you very, very depressed. And I'm certainly not saying to bury your head or that you shouldn't know what's going on. We shouldn't be empathetic to those that are out there on the front lines. I absolutely am. But we don't need to listen to it 6 hours a day. I get my bullet points. I read my articles at night. And, you know, I don't need to be inundated with it all day long. And I don't think it's good for our entire society. So anyway, those are my quick tips. I hope you guys are hanging in there. I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're staying positive. And I hope you're staying crafty and creative, because this is such a great time to do that. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys. And I will see you on Friday to talk about waxing, washing, and glazing. All right, guys, have a great day. Thanks so much. Bye. Thanks for watching. Want to learn more? Subscribe now.